Hi, my name's Tony, some people call me Rusty, and this is Mojo. We're going to go on a journey up the Queensland coast, hopefully make it up to Whitsunday Islands. My channel is Passing Wind, and this series, the 2025 series, is going to be called Bow Movements. Anyway, hope you like it. Please like, subscribe and share. Holy shit. A whale just got caught round my ankle rope, flung the boat round. He's hightailing it now, scared the shit out of him. There he goes. Hey, so when you're sailing and heeling over a fair bit, if you don't remember to turn the seacock off, the seacock off that goes into the toilet, somehow it spills over and creates a leak in the bilge. Now, I'm sure I've got a leak in the bilge. Let's go have a check and check out the bilge, the leak in the bilge. I do have a leak in the bilge. Thankfully it's a dry leak. Gee, I just anchored at Kingfisher Bay at Hervey Bay, like, where the resort is on Fraser Island. And I've just popped anchor and a whale popped up right beside me. There it is, right there. Oh, two of them, eh? Three, maybe. How good is this that Kingfisher provides? This is for boaties, whoever. They encourage you, and it's the free shower that they have. It is fully renovated. Years ago it was like a tin shack. Now they've even got a floor mat for you to stand on. And it's so good, so much better than the boat. But anyway, looking forward to a shower. It's these tiny little things that turn into big things that you appreciate. Kingfisher Bay Resort, here we come. We're in Hervey Bay, and look, this island over here, it's very woody, means it's got lots of trees and timbers, and it's big, and they call it Big Woody Island. Now if I pivot over this way, here's a little island, and it's got lots of woods in it, like timbers, and guess what they call it? Little Woody Island. Anyway, the Kingfisher Bay Resort was down there, and I've left there because I go into the shower, wonderful shower, lovely, renovated, clean. Oh, it was spectacular, and
then I try to turn on the water and there's no hot water. And the lady said it's because they're fixing the gas hot water system out the back, and I could hear the mechanics banging. But I had it in my head and I've gone, you know, I really want to shower. So I'm shooting off to Hervey Bay, and I've got to get a few things, an inverter and whatever anyway. So I got to go to the shops. So I'm going to Hervey Bay. I'll probably spend the night there, and I'll be chasing a hot shower again. Anyway, sometimes I get my beer, my bonnet, and I've gone, right, this is what's going on, and it's crazy really, but yeah, sometimes these things happen. Hervey Bay Marina, refueling, topping up the water as well. Happy day. Hey, so I'm leaving Hervey Bay and about to jibe. Go on, boom, over you go. Nice gentle winds. Come on, you can do it. Anyway, I woke up this morning thinking, oh, I just want to sleep in. It was cold, it's cloudy. And I thought, oh, I should just spend another night or two in the Hervey Bay Marina. But then I thought, I'm going to be here like Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then I thought, where do I want to be? With Thumber Creek on Fraser or Kagari. And I don't understand why. I've lived in Cape York with the Wickmunkin people. And you know, sort of learnt a little bit their language, not much, and I've lived in the Torres Strait and learnt the Creole and studied their language a little bit, and everything's phonetic. So I don't understand why Gari has a silent K with an apostrophe. So an apostrophe usually means there's a vowel missing. So is there a vowel missing? I don't know, like, it's sort of strange. But anyway, certainly don't hold the indigenous people, you know, like, they can name their land whatever they want to, just don't understand the silent K. Anyway, we're heading up to Thumber Creek, beautiful spot, cloudy today. It's got the cool southeasters, which sort of made me a bit want to sleep in, and it's going to rain tomorrow. So if I'm going to be stuck somewhere, I think I'd be rather stuck in paradise than a marina. Anyway, we're starting our journey. We've got to go through the shallows, and then I'll get the head sail going as well. This is where all the boats going past Big Woody Island, you know, all the tourist boats, whale watching ones, all that sort of thing. They head over to the island, you know, kingfisher and looking for whales over there, and that's all good. But I'm going to be heading right up there. It'll take me about 6.5 hours sail, and I'm heading for more open water and I'm trying to avoid the shallow banks. The Great Sandy Straits, they do have a lot of sandy banks. Anyway, it's turning out to be a bit better day than I thought. Woke up cold this morning though, and I put on the little heater I got. Happy days. We're playing dodge the sandbanks, but we're like 10 kilometers from shore. It's an amazing place, but check this out, wing on wing, whatever you want to call it. But we've got the two sails out. We're in like less than 10 knots of wind. It's easy sailing. And guess what? It's called champagne sailing. Absolutely. It's starting to warm up. The sun's going to pop out. The breeze is gentle. Going our way. Happy days. There's the beacon. Hard to believe that there's a massive sandbank out there, less than 50 centimeters deep, and it goes for like kilometers. Like, it's open water. It kind of looks like the ocean, but very deceptive. Use your maps. Going to see if it comes back. But there was a remora swam up to my boat and stuck onto it. Half its tail was hanging out the back, and I think it's swum right up onto the boat and sticking onto it and going for a free ride. Super cool. It had swum up and must have just sucked its head on the back, because most of its body was hanging out the back of the boat. Couldn't believe it. Not sure if you can see it, but we are miles, at least over 10 kilometers from any land, and there's a sandbank just over there, maybe 15 meters away, and it would be probably a meter if I'm lucky, and over there, maybe 500 meters, there's another massive sandbank that's way too shallow for me to go on, and straight ahead I'll have a shallow sandbank, but hopefully 2.5 meters, so I'll be able to sneak over there. And so this is the advantage about having a centerboard. When if I come close hitting the ground, press a button, yeah, up it goes, happy days. We'll sneak across it, then we'll be in deep water all the way to Thumba Creek. Now there's weather coming in tomorrow that's pretty ugly, so when I turn up at Thumba Creek, it should be high tide, and I want to sneak inside and get a nice comfortable anchorage for tonight and tomorrow night. Anyway, we'll see what happens there. Best laid plans on a boat always ends up in tears, but you've got to have a plan. Anyway, happy days. Once again, champagne sailing. Okay, we are 20 kilometers, around about that, from any land, to the west, to the south and to the east. And right now we're in about 3 to 3.5 meters of water, and we're about to go to the drop off. And if you have a look at the color of the water, it's going to go from that turquoise, shallow, bit worried about hitting the ground sort of color water, and which is what we're over now, and about 15 meters we're going to sail over into the deep dark blue, and hopefully we might even see some whales on the way. So this is the end of the shallow water at Hervey Bay. More sort of like ocean stuff now. Here's the runoff, having a look. And turquoise, we're going over the drop off now, 3 meters, and we've just gone over the drop off, and we're in 10 meters of water now, and still getting deeper and deeper. All right, now I can turn the boat straight to the northern tip of Fraser Island and aim for Thumba Creek. There's whales right next to the boat there. They must have a permit or something, because the whales are like right next to them, just a few meters. So I don't think we're allowed to go very close, but obviously those guys are. And those customers must be having a great time, because the whales are, oh, they could hand feed them if they wanted to. Well, champagne sailing finished up. I've got a squall that's come through. Might be a bit more than a squall, but it came through with a bit of a cloud. And now we're pointing up really high. I almost lost the solar blanket that I just bought. The dinghy just about went overboard too. Just had one rope at the front holding it on. It was all like, it was all happening. But anyway, I've got 2 hours putting into the wind, and then when we get to Fraser or Kari, we'll be nice and sheltered from the wind and should be pretty calm and peaceful. Anyway, got bumps and bruises all over me. Went nuts there for a little while, but we're all good. I'm not sure if you can see it, but behind me there's a pod of whales, and they pop up everywhere. They make this sort of a woo sound, and it wakes you up at night and in the morning, which is nice because then you get to see them. And oh, they're out there. They're just playing. They'll just hang in one spot for ages. On the sail over, I was like, it was like my brother when we were younger. He could do these massive bomb dives, and you could see the spray come from miles away. And these were like that. There were bomb diving whales everywhere across the bay. Everywhere you looked, you'd see at least one. And the whales, you'd pretty much like be sailing along one straight line, and they'll pop up next to you. You didn't even see them coming, sort of thing. So pretty amazing place. Just whales everywhere. You can't avoid them almost, you know. So it's a sign of a good, healthy place, and very special to be here at this time of year. That is for sure. We're Thumber Creek on Fraser Island, Kagari, and an amazing place. I sailed directly from Hervey Bay, the township, straight to here, and I think I would have seen 100 whales, and dotted here, there, and everywhere. You pretty much, you sail in a straight line, you'll pretty much have to turn to avoid them, sort of thing. Anyway, special place, special day. I'm going to chill here. It's supposed to be storms, and we have had a few, but I'll go adventuring on the shore when the sky clears up a little bit. Holy shit. A whale just got caught around my anchor rope, flung the boat round. He's hightailing it now, scared the shit out of him. There he goes. Okay, so the whale, I think, was coming up. It's breeding season up here, and so many whales have got one fin in the air and flopping it down. They're just doing it everywhere. Like right now out the back, I just saw a whale jump out of the air off in the distance. There's one over there with its fin flipping, you know, up in the air, flopping down. So what I think has happened is I keep my rudder up because it knocks around a little bit. It's a bit annoying, so I put it up. So underneath my hull, it's black. It's about the same length as a whale. It's 9.5 meters. It's got one fin going down. So I think this whale has come up expecting my boat to be a whale. It has one fin going down, which I call a centerboard, and it's black. It's the same length. It's round like a whale. I think it's come up right here, come up to play. Only like 2 meters from the boat is when I first saw it, and the swirl. Then I quickly came out here and saw a swirl at the front here. And so I've come here, and what's happened is it's come round, and my anchor rope's there. It's come round to play with it, caught on my anchor rope, or just touched it, I guess, and then it's got a little bit anxious from it. Oh, I don't know. I got startled it, and it's pulled my whole boat from there all around that way, and then it's shaken itself free, and off it's gone. But have a look at what it's done to my bowsprit. So the anchor line goes there. That should be going straight out. It's totally ripped off it's totally bent it, ripped off the roller out of there. The force of this whale was huge, and to do that would take like a massive sledgehammer. It's stainless steel. So another boat repair I didn't expect. So, and then it's gone off. So all in all, I think it was a whale expecting a playmate in mating season. Now you can see yesterday there were whales flipping their flippers up like all afternoon just out there, about a pod of 4 of them, playing all afternoon close by. But anyway, I'm very happy to say that we're all fine, the whale's fine, everything's good. I've got some repairs on Mojo, but so be it. And what a wild experience at the north end of Gari Island, Fraser Island, and yeah, absolutely amazing. Nature at its best. Well, I'm heading away from Wathumba Creek into Hervey Bay. I've got a few nights in the marina and I go visit some friends. But another wonderful day. It's absolutely pouring down southeast Queensland, northern New South Wales. And here we have a few like little storms at night and whatnot, but it's not too bad at all. So on a reach, broad reach, nice gentle breezes, whales everywhere, great day. Putting along, going super slow, just fast enough to face the right direction. But look at this, how spectacular is this spot? It's a very narrow channel. We're heading back to Hervey Bay, and this is Gari, Fraser Island, and what a fantastic day. So this is, you can see the sky and what it's doing. Well, to my friends down in Brisbane, Gold Coast, northern New South Wales, I believe it's bucketing down. So I count myself pretty lucky to be not getting drenched right now. Anyway, we'll be a few hours, 2 or 3 hours, we'll be back in Hervey Bay.
Out of the event. Here we go. The long four on Jenna. Four. Get up and get up. Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to put your hands together for those three gentlemen out there keeping our cowboys safe. Righto, here we go. Righto calls outside. That means that there is two more left-hand turns to home in the ladies' cloverleaf pattern. As Alice puts a run together here, ladies and gentlemen, come on. Make some noise. No. Unfortunately, that is a +5. Alice comes home with a time of 14.469 +5. Righto, Jasmine does that right-hand turn. There is two more left-hand turns to home. Yeah, that's what we want to see as Jasmine makes that turn to home. Jasmine will stop the clock at 17.2.
She said, do you come from a land down under? Where we flow and wonder. Get your head the thunder.
Lucky save. Okay, so this job I'm doing is making a homemade shower, I guess. So previously I'd go outside and I have my hot water system set up and it was all good and everything, but I found in winter the cold air is just a bit too much. So what I have done is I've had the hot water system there and had a shower inside and that's all been good and everything, but it's all a bit cluttered and a bit hair going. So I wanted to make something simpler, get rid of the need to have the hot water system at all, and just have a system where I can fill up basically a bucket of warm water and pump it up through. So let's have a look at what I've done. So here I've got a 10-litre container with a hose fitting at the bottom. It goes around behind and I've got it plumbed in. I don't know if the camera can pick it up, but it's plumbed into the pump that's under there that uses this hose. So what I'm going to try and do is put warm water in there just by using, you know, the fresh water out of there and water from the kettle, put it in there, get a nice temperature, turn that on, sit in here, and we have a shower. So the water will go down the bottom, of course, as expected, and then I've got a bilge pump at the bottom that pumps it back up through down the sink. It sounds really complicated, but hopefully it's pretty simplistic once we get used to it, once I do it a couple of times. And I'm hoping that when I have my brother and his family over, or my daughters when they come over, they can have a simplistic shower and they can feel safe about it as well. Indoors, they can shut the door for a bit of privacy. I have daughters, so it's kind of needed. And they're all quite small, so happy days, a small shower won't hurt them. Anyway, that's the next big job. But I did want to point out what happens whenever you work on a boat. Everything's packed away nice and neatly, but when you've got to get tools out and whatnot, you get you get a disaster site. But it's the same with the lazarette. When I pull stuff out of the lazarette, the whole place fills up with stuff. So that's just life on a boat, and that's what we've got to deal with. Alrighty, and back to work. Let's see if it goes.